Welcome back to the Holotable Maintenance Bay. I'm Maleran Blivet, suffering from a little bit of a loss of my voice, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Lightspeed tokens. With our recent mall event, some of us have some Lightspeed tokens, and I wanted to discuss the best use of them and a factor that I haven't seen everyone consider yet. Let's pull up some of those tokens right now. So I've heard a lot of different content creators talking about what's the best use of your new Lightspeed tokens. And of course, the first answer is always, it depends. And it really does. It depends on where you are in your account. Have you just started out? Are you more endgame? There's going to be a lot of different factors to consider there. Lightspeed tokens can really help you speed up a farm, for instance. So if you are farming for something, that can take some of those requirements right out of the gate, and that's really useful. But there's a difference that I want to point out, specifically in the stars. These new Lightspeed tokens from the mall event are 7-star because they're Kyber Lightspeed tokens. That means they're going to take the character all the way up to 7 stars. Not all of the Lightspeed tokens are like that. For instance, here's one that's only 3 stars. This one is 6 stars. So no matter what star level your character is currently at, it's only going to bring you up to 6 stars. And that's important to keep in mind. So for example, if you are going for Star Killer and you need these 4 tunes at Relic 5, Dash, Darth Talon, Mara Jade, and Kyle Katarn. So if I've got one Lightspeed token that's 7 stars, who should I use it on? I would vote very highly in favor of going for Dash or Darth Talon. Now why is that? Because notice where I can get the shards to get them up to 7 stars. Dash Rendar, for instance, if I want to get shards for him, the only place I can get them is Cantina battles. Same with Darth Talon. The only place I can get her shards is Cantina battles. Cantina energy is by far the most valuable energy in the entire game because that's where you get signal data. And signal data has always been the bottleneck of relicking up your characters. Now with the recent updates, relic materials are even easier to get, but signal data is still a bottleneck. If we go to Mara Jade, she's available here on a regular light side node. Likewise, Kyle Katarn is available on a fleet node. Now, if you were going for just straight speed, some people like Cantina farms because they can do all 3 of their refreshes, just hit that one node again and again and again, and get several shards in one day, which is true. But in order to get a character all the way up to 7 stars, you could be spending literally weeks trying to get enough shards, and you're therefore losing weeks of Cantina farming for signal data. If you want to speed up a regular farm, like fleet battles or normal light side or dark side, you can do what some call double farming. That is, you spend 25 crystals a day, and then you end up being able to refresh this entire node and hit that again. So what that would look like is, so if I were farming, say, the Dark Trooper, I could sim all my battles, and then I could cut this farm in half the time by paying 25 crystals, and that would allow me to hit this node again. 5 pulls once again, all in one day. So in the short term, it might seem like not having to pay that 25 crystal refresh is not as good a deal. But in the long run, being able to stockpile signal data is definitely going to work in your favor. So there's lots of different things to consider. Timing, what you're farming, where you are in the game. But another big thing to consider is, especially when you've got a 7-star Lightspeed token available, is where am I going to farm those other stars? Even if I get another Lightspeed token, it's not necessarily going to be a Kyber Lightspeed token. It might be an Erodium or a Bronzium, in which case the star levels are not going to be the same. Even with a 6-star Lightspeed token, if you're going for a Cantina farm and you don't have any of their shards yet, that's going to save you a bunch on that particular farm. So just another thing to consider when using your Lightspeed tokens is, where am I able to get those shards? If those shards are available on nodes, or even better, in a place like a shop like this, you're definitely not going to want to use a Lightspeed token to get all those stars. You can get those so much easier from a shop or another node. So I just wanted to share that consideration before you spend your Lightspeed token. That was my only tip for today. Keep those holotables humming, and may the force be with you.
Maleran, I need you to carve out a little time to craft some more cool gear.
Sure thing, Faye. I'll be right there. I gotta get back to work.